Live. Welcome back to RacerX Wednesday. Different looking format here on my end, so I'm taking a little bit of time to get used to this. But thank you guys for joining me tonight. Already 72 people on, and as I mentioned, RacerX Wednesday is back. So tonight should be a lot of fun. I don't know if you guys saw on my thumbnail or if you saw on my community page earlier, but pretty big announcement for me today. So I'm hoping, like I said, I'm hoping this live should be a lot of fun. Do me a big, gigantic favor, guys, as you're jumping into the live tonight. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up for me. Smash that thumbs up because it lets people know that we are live. It helps the channel. It also helps this individual video. And I just want tonight to be a really fun, collaborative session. So let me go ahead and skip through a couple things here so I can see your comments coming up here. And yeah, only 13 thumbs up so far. Hopefully, you guys can hear me okay. Let me know if my audio is not ideal. But I've got a whole page of notes here to cover today. Plus, like I said, I've got a pretty big announcement, and I'm excited to be here with you guys tonight. No guest speaker tonight. Last time I was with you guys, I had my good buddy Demonology. He's the one who won the poll on my community page. And so I figured that was the right thing to do to have him on first. Now, another thing I will be doing here for you guys over the course of the next several months, I'm going to be doing more guest speakers like that. It's a new thing that YouTube has allowed us to do as creators. So I figured, you know what? Why not have some more creators on to collab with and have these really interactive live sessions with? So not only does it allow me to talk to other creators, it also allows you guys to talk to us both at the same time. So it's kind of a neat thing, and that's something I really do enjoy. So let me see who we've got in the house tonight. My man 252 him, he already jumping in. Good evening. Smash the like button, everybody. Yes, thank you very much. 252 Hemi, always in the building, and thank you for the super chat as well. Already 60 people, 61, and guys, hit the thumbs up on the way in. So a lot of things to cover tonight. I know a lot of you are probably wondering what in the world I'm up to. So I will let you guys know. But first, let me say hi to a few folks. I want to kind of get this thing going. My man Sovereign Knight says hit the like button and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. Absolutely. My man Sovereign Knight, Supermod in the house tonight as well. Thank you, buddy, for joining. So who else? Clutch 392 is here. My good buddy. I see him in the house. I did a video with him not too long ago on his really neat manual scat pack. So that was a fun video. If you haven't seen that, definitely go check it out. But it's good to see him in the building tonight. Guys, I'm really looking forward to telling you kind of what's going on. Now, unfortunately, I'm going to tell you a lot of what's going on. I can't tell you everything. I'm always working on things behind the scenes. A lot of you guys know that about me because I'm always planning things, 3, 6, 9 months ahead. That's kind of what you have to do when you're a car YouTuber because it takes a long time to get stuff. So a lot of the things that I've been planning for 6 months are just now really starting to come around. But that leaves me, I've been telling you guys for many months now, right? It's like 2023, I really want to be a big year for me and the channel. And I hope to give you guys some really new, unique type, content this year. That's my goal, is to have a good year for the channel, but give you guys some things that you haven't seen from me in a while in terms of race content and content on new things. So that's where we're at right now. So it just takes a while. It takes a while to get there, guys. So let me see who else we got in here. I'm going to start running through. Wow, let's see here. Nat says Demon 170 or Black Ghost. I'm going to start kind of running through your comments pretty quick, guys. My Russell is in the house tonight. Good to see Russell in. He says, I hope so. Let's see here. My man Sovereign Knight, of course, as always. Ty is in the house. He said, God knows. I'm looking through tons of comments here, guys. I'm going to have to kind of skip down just a little bit. W for the win, says Hornet with a question mark. I mean, would you guys be happy if I got a Hornet? I don't know. You guys tell me. Would you be happy if I told you guys I ordered a Hornet? Look at my man Russell jumping in there, $6.99 for the live. Thank you very much, my friend. My man Russell always jumping in and being supportive. Thank you, buddy. Let's see here. What else do we have in the building tonight that I have not spoken? Darth Bane is in the house saying good evening, all. Let's see here. So Nat is from Canada. Obviously, you us Canadians ever get updates on our builds. Yeah, I don't know what I think. Canada doesn't really get treated the same as the US when it comes to the build priority and all that kind of stuff. It just seems to be what it is. I don't know. I have to ask Tim about that if I talk to him anytime here in the near future. Let's see here. So Paul V. Whalen says, let's see. Hi, Go X-Man. Thank you very much, buddy. I appreciate you jumping in. Let's see. City Medic 1803. Hello, all. Let's see here. Reading PA here. Did you pick up a last call model? Well, we'll talk about that here in just a second, guys. We've got almost 300 people on and only 125 thumbs up, guys. Please hit thumbs up for me on the win. I would really appreciate that. There is my man James Photo jumping in as well with a super chat. There's 3V Project. Oh man, I got everybody on tonight, guys. I'm super excited about tonight's live. 3V Project jumping in. You guys have been let me jump down to those really quick, and then I want to get back to some other folks here. Let's see. Wow. Torque fan saying, hey, X, thank you for that super chat, buddy. I really appreciate it. Obviously, like I said, my man 3V Project always jumping in to the lives, and I really appreciate you, buddy. A lot of my OG guys in tonight as well, so I'm really glad to have you guys on tonight. Here come the thumbs up, guys. Thank you very much for that. And man, I'm so happy to be on with you guys. Tonight is a solo live. I didn't want to stack two kind of guest lives together because I wanted to have a little bit more interactive session with you guys tonight based on everything that's happening. And a lot has happened in the last 2 weeks since I've come live with you guys. So tonight we're going to talk about Dodge's new release. We're going to talk about what I just ordered. And we're going to talk about obviously some of my recent content as well as some of my upcoming content. That's stuff I always cover with you guys. So a lot of things to cover tonight. So I want to say hi to a few more folks. There's a ton of comments coming in, guys. So, and like I said, I try to be as interactive. I typically always get to the super chats as quickly as I can, guys. But I want to get as many comments tonight as I can too without going on too many crazy tangents. But sometimes I can't help myself. But man, we're almost, I bet we are going to hit 200 likes here pretty quick, guys. So yeah, the more you hit it, the more kind of interactive the session tends to be. So I really appreciate it, guys. So let's see. Ernie saying Challenger Outlaw, McAllen, Texas. I love it. So fellow Texan there. Of course, I don't live in Texas anymore. A lot of you guys realize that, but I obviously soft spot for my Texan folks out there. Let's see here. Chris says no Hornet, but still watch and support you. I appreciate that, buddy. Thank you very much. Let's see here. The Texan Rob saying, let's see, what's up, RacerX? My man Harold, good to see you tonight as well, buddy. Let's see, Sante Finch. It's a what's up? I'm late to the convo. What you order? I will get into it here very shortly, guys. Wow, it's going to be a fun one tonight. So let's see. Lonnie saying Hornet GLH. So a lot of you guys are guessing Hornet. So here's all the guesses I've seen so far in terms of what I ordered. I've seen TRX here from Howard. I have seen Hornet GLH. Some people have said that I ordered a jailbreak. I think some people think maybe I got an RT. Some people said the new Mustang GT. Some people have said they thought I got the Demon. It's incredible how many options are out there. You guys know some people thought I got the Z06 maybe, or even the E-Ray. I've seen a lot of different, and I love that because there's a lot of kind of just a lot of different ideas here. And that makes me happy actually. So it's let's see, my man Jay Beeman in the house. You ordered a new Demon. So we're going to talk about the Demon here in a minute, guys, because there's a lot to cover on the Demon. There's some crazy stuff happening around the Demon right now. Sovereign Knight says super stock. I like that guess as well. That, of course, as you guys know, is one of my favorite trims of the Hellcat, obviously. So yeah, that's definitely a good option there as well. What's Josh say? Hey, RacerX from Mendota, Illinois. Good to see you in the house tonight. Let's see, GSR Pete, GSXR Pete 08. It's good to see my man Pete in the house tonight. Hopefully, it's something cool. I think it definitely is. I think you guys will like it. We'll see. We'll see what you guys think about it here in just a few minutes. Let's see here. I like this. On me on the line here. Hopefully you guys are still with me. Let's see. Camaro LT1. Let's see here. Stuffed crust is off on a tangent here. Let's see here. Give me 1 second here. Hector Vargas, what's the best part of Texas to live? Well, I mean, it depends on who you ask. Obviously, I live in the Dallas area. Some people really like San Antonio. Others, Houston. I mean, Texas is like an entire country. It's huge. So anyway, good stuff there. Gustavo, let's see, is it not possible to order a TRX right now? Orders are closed for 23. I have not heard anything different on the TRX. Last I knew the orders were open, so maybe you know more than I do. I haven't asked about the TRX in a little while. I am seeing a fair amount of TRXs on the lots, but a lot of them still have a markup, which is a little strange to me considering the trend right now. But hey, what do you do? So At any rate, I'm going to look down and see if I'm going to grab just a couple more, and I want to jump into some content here, guys, because I know a lot of people are jumping in. We almost have 400 people on, but less than 200 likes, guys. So please hit thumbs up on the way in the door for me. I would really appreciate it. Let's see. I'm going to just grab a couple other ones here. Red Motor City says, let's see. No, I'm not going to grab that one. Let's see here. What else? Sequoia TRD Pro. I kind of like that one. The Plaid, says Neil. Thinks I picked up a Tesla. Let's see here. Opie 757 says, got to be a Mopar. Well, you never know. Let's see here. OG Ray-Ban says Demon 170 is $1 million over MSRP. So here, okay, guys. So that's a good segue. Like I said, I'm going to try and get some more comments here in just a second. I've got them coming in pretty quick, guys. So here's the deal. The Demon. So last time I was with you guys, I was still calling this thing the Goblin, which is really funny because I basically pulled it off of Google. I was looking at the pictures. I was doing my very best to think about what Dodge may call it. That is, if you haven't picked up on this, guys, obviously I had a lot of clues from Dodge themselves. That's why if you look at my videos, all my teaser stuff, I mean, I was getting, 50, 60, 70, 80, 100,000 views on all those teaser videos where I was telling you what I thought it was. A lot of it was me already having a little bit of knowledge about what it was. And then the teasers just making sense. Now, there were a couple of small things. Obviously, I missed the name of it. In terms of the pounds of boost, that's something we figured out later. I talked with my good buddy, B. Mason. Most of you guys know B. Mason. He's brilliant. He's almost ridiculously smart. He is ridiculously smart. So anyway, when it comes to these cars, dude knows them in and out. I mean, he's basically got the fastest stock boost Hellcat in the world, and he just knows his stuff. So typically we'll talk, for an hour on the phone, and we'll go through this stuff and we'll get it figured out. But I did have some insight. As you guys know, I was at SEMA, all this sort of stuff. I knew when they introduced the C170 engine that's what it was going to be. Now, here's the thing. So they called it the Demon 170. This is going to get a little deep tonight, guys. So this is the thing I want to tackle before I tell you guys what I ordered. The Demon 170. So first of all, what do you guys think about the fact they called it a Demon once again? That really surprised the crap out of me. I'm amazed that they decided to call this the Demon again. Now, having talked to many Demon owners, several that were at the reveal in Vegas. Unfortunately, as you guys are well aware, many of you, that I was unable to make it out there because of my daughter's spring break, obviously priorities. Otherwise, I would have been there. And the same thing with We Are Mopar in Texas that just took place this past weekend, guys. I would have loved to have been there. I had an invite. Like I said, it was on the tail end of my daughter's spring break, and those two events just fell really close together. It just didn't work out. Now, we've got some other events coming up here. Obviously, I want to try and get with some of you guys live in person at some of these events. We'll see. But on this Demon, I'm amazed they called it the 170. Regardless, they're calling it the Demon. So that did surprise me. I really kind of wish Dodge had come up with something different. And then the whole thing was to take care of the Demon owners. After talking with everybody, most people in the Demon community, whether it's on the Demon forum, people that have messaged me individually, people I've talked to on the phone, Demon owners, they're pretty pissed off. And there's a couple of reasons why. One is that they feel like they weren't really taken care of in Vegas. They really didn't get VIP access to the track like most of them thought they would. They were just kind of put up a little further away, and just kind of, it wasn't a personal, hey, you're a Demon owner type experience that most people expected for flying, all over the halfway across the country for many people, or all the way across the country in some instances, just about. And the other thing was, a lot of people were expecting, when I say people, meaning Demon owners, they were expecting to kind of get first choice, because Dodge came out and said, look, we will match your serial number from your original Demon if you buy one of these. Yet the vast majority of Demon owners out there either can't find an allocation when they call the dealerships, or the dealerships are charging such ridiculous markup on the cars that they can't afford it anyway, or even if they can, they refuse to, because paying that much over sticker is just absurd. But the truth is some people out there still are. That's a weird thing. But anybody finding a Demon MSRP allocation right now it's kind of like finding just a big gold nugget in your backyard. Good luck with it. And that's where we're at. So anyway, guys, that's what's going on with the Demon. I mean, if you guys, I've heard it at length. Everybody's saying the average markup on the Demon right now is around $150,000 over sticker. This is a six-figure car, but the dealerships in most instances are more than doubling, in some instances, quadrupling the amount of money you have to pay for one of these cars. And we knew it was going to happen, but I honestly have to say, even back in 2018 when the Demon came out, or initially, there was markup, right? I mean, we saw it a lot, but there were still plenty of dealerships out there that were doing MSRP. That has become less and less and less and less. And now we are seeing unprecedented markup to the degree of insanity. That's where I'm at. I mean, the markups right now are insulting, to say the least. And these cars are going to be reserved for just a couple of people. So here's where I'm at with the Demon, guys. I don't think very many influencers are going to get these because there are just so many people out there. You're talking, these rich doctors and rich lawyers and people. Honestly, a lot of people don't even know how to drive a car like that, but they're going to get them and they're going to put them in their little collection down in some basement somewhere where they will rarely see the light of day, but they can say they have them. And I think that that's really sad. That's not the spirit of what this car was made for. And I think there'll be a select few people that get them and will actually take them to the track and do what these were intended to do. And it's the baddest muscle car ever made. I have no qualms with the car. 1,025 horsepower. Like 945 torque. Dodge went nuts with it. And I think it's cool. There's another piece I'll handle in just a second. But in terms of the car itself, awesome car. But I mean, so many people, 98% of people are going to be very disappointed that they can't get one. And that's the truth of it. So, I mean, it really is one of those cars that, unless you're extremely lucky or extremely wealthy, it's not going to be a reality. And so, there'll be a few people with, with some decent connections, I think, that will land them. Not very many influencers are going to have these guys. It's just even the folks with the money in a lot of cases, they can't even get an allocation for less than 200,000 over sticker. And unless you're a really, really big channel, I mean, like make my channel look like, then, unless you've got some other job doing something else that makes way more than YouTube, in addition to YouTube, then I don't see that being a reality. We're talking about Ferrari money. We're talking about you can go out and buy a McLaren 765 LT for less money than a Dodge muscle car. It is a weird world we live in right now. So anyway, that's where I'm at with the markup thing, guys. Almost 500 people on, guys. Please hit thumbs up for me. I'd love to get to 400 likes tonight, guys. So please help me do that. I would really appreciate it. That'd be a really cool deal for tonight. So anyway, there's that. Now here's the other piece of it with the Demon. Okay, so it ran in 8.9. Now I've heard from people at Direct Connection. I've heard from people at Dodge. I've talked to people that were there, all that good stuff. Matter of fact, I saw a super chat. I mean, I'll grab it in one hot second. And they, 8.9. Obviously, that is not what that driver ran in Vegas. First of all, the DA that day was like 3,000 feet in Vegas. Okay, so car obviously was not going to run, no matter what. It wasn't going to run in 8.9 like was NHRA certified. I put out a video about it. I said, is this even reality? 8.9, I mean, what are most guys going to run when they get this? Because as we know, with most owners, when they got the Demon, they went out, they were running, 10.0, 10.1, which is still really fast. Don't get me wrong, that is a fast car, like a really fast car. No question, unbelievably quick. So it was still fast, but it just, nobody could seem to hit that mark hit by Dodge. It remains to be seen what will happen with the Demon 170. Will guys get these, go out and actually hit 8 seconds, with this thing? I was 8.9, whatever it is. I mean, take the seats out, do everything Dodge did. Will you be able to hit 8.9 without modifying it or doing anything crazy to it? I think it's going to be really, really hard. And, so I've got a series of videos I plan to do about this. One of the videos that I want to do coming up, and I will just mention this really quick, is there is a distinct possibility based on the math I've done and everything I've seen that this car is underrated at 1,025 horsepower. Now, I'm not going to say any more about it because this is an upcoming video that I have for you guys here in the next couple of days. I'm hoping to maybe put this out. I haven't even filmed it yet. I've got all my notes on it, but I'd like to put this out the last day of the month, obviously, so day after tomorrow. So maybe keep an eye out for that. We'll see if I can get it filmed and done for you guys. But I feel like maybe either one of two things. Either nobody's going to be able to get close to that 8.9, or the car, if it does get close, is heavily underrated from the factory. So I've got my hypothesis on this. I don't want to say anything else about it. A little bit of a teaser for you guys. But yeah, the Demon 170, very impressive car indeed. It's just a shame that so many people are going to have to go without. And yeah, it is a bummer. Let's see here. What is one bad mofo? I just like the screen name. I made I made it. What up, X? Thank you, my friend. Appreciate you joining. Let me grab really quick. Let me grab that last super chat that came in real quick. Okay, it's from the Cobra 427 CI Screaming Warrior of Freedom. That is a long screen name. I wonder if Hennessy Performance gets their hands on a Demon 170. I could see an HB 1200 or something. Very distinct possibility. People will tinker with these. People will modify them. I think the biggest test, just like with the original Demon, is what will it really run from the factory? Because that's the claim right now. This is the newest, quickest production car in the world. They're claiming this will beat the 765 LT. It will beat the Plaid. Now, some people mention, oh, well, it won't beat the Rimac Navara. Well, the Rimac Navara is not a production car, guys. I'm sorry. They made like 8 of them or some stupid thing. Like it's not a production car. Plus, it's how many million? It's like well over $1 million. It's unobtainium to the 10th degree, not a production car. It's kind of like saying the drag pack's a production car. It's not even street legal. So maybe the Rimac is, but I mean, if you make 10 of them, that's not a production car, guys. I'm sorry, it just isn't. So anyway, but everybody says, well, can you even compare? How can you compare the Demon to the Plaid? Well, guys, I mean, it's pretty simple. The Plaid is kind of, the Plaid is kind of the benchmark. Okay. So regardless of whether it's electric or not, if you're going to claim to have the quickest production car in the world, then that you have to beat the benchmark, and thus the reason for the comparison. Now, I really do hope in my heart of hearts that the Demon 170 outruns the Plaid at the track. You're going to need a competent driver and good DA and good track prep. You're going to need some things to go right, but I think it's a distinct possibility the Demon could do it, but it will not be easy because, as I mentioned before, guys, the Plaid does not miss. It just doesn't. It doesn't shift. It's impervious to DA. It's all-wheel drive. It just zips every single time, and it does not miss. Now, assuming it has a full charge, right? And that would be the fair comparison. But I want so badly to see a Demon owner get out there and beat a Plaid on the track. I really want that, like bad. So I really hope that Dodge delivers with this car. So I will say that 8.9 at 151 mile an hour, guys, that is as fast. That's a 4,400 pound car going as fast as that twin turbo Mustang sitting in my garage that weighs 700 pounds more, with essentially equal power. That's pretty impressive. It traps the same speed. Anyway, I'm kind of giving away a little bit of my argument for a future video, so I won't do it. But anyway, I want to go ahead and grab a couple more comments, and then I want to jump into what I ordered. We're 23 minutes in. I wanted to tell you guys at 30 after the hour. So we're right about there. We have almost 600 people on, guys, and we're at 320 likes. So we might get to 400 likes tonight. I'd be really happy if we did. I really appreciate it. I always kind of, when I do my lives, I always like to look at how many likes I get. It's kind of a cool measuring thing I have. I don't know. Let me grab some comments, guys, and then like I said, then I'm going to tell you guys what I just ordered, and we'll talk a little bit about some of this other content that I have written down for you guys. So yeah, let me jump in. Who have I? Wiley Coyote, my 80. Wiley Coyote's always talking about his Aries, his 85 Aries K. Oh my gosh. Let's see here. Patriot Cyber Force, thinking E-Ray Corvette. So I like listening to you guys, like with your guesses and stuff. Let's see. Gordon says, let's have the answer. Give me just a minute, Gordon. I want to grab a couple of comments and I will hit you guys up with the answer on what I ordered. Matter of fact, I'll tell you what, if we hit 400 likes, I'll just go ahead and give you the answer. How's that? The drag van, my man, he says, let's see, I raced, whoops, hold on, I missed it. It went away. Where'd you go, drag van? It says, I raced drag van in a TV show. How awesome. Let's see, it will be on A&E on July 4th. I will tell you, I lost to the show's host, but it ran a 783 at 169 in the 60. That is impressive for an ice cream truck, my friend. That is truly awesome. Congratulations on even being there to showcase your vehicle. I'm sure that was super cool. Thank you for that super chat as well. Big supporter of the channel, my man Dragman as well. So anyway, yeah, we're almost to 400 guys. So let's see here. Did you order a pizza? Says Conrad. No. I mean, should I? Should I order a pizza? Maybe. Black Widow 392 just put my down payment for MSRP E-Ray. Wow, that's exciting stuff. Let me see what else. Look at Batman D 2014 GT 500. I've had a lot of guesses. So 2023 Supra. Man, I'm getting a ton of guesses. Well, we are over 400. So anyway, here's the deal, guys. I've been trying to bring you new content to the channel for a while, and stuff has happened each time. You guys know I tried to bring you the TRX a while back. Very disappointing. Somebody bought that truck out from under me at the dealership before I could get the financing done. And they paid way over sticker to buy it out from under me. And the demon, and the dealership, the dealership was happy to do that. And in my demon in 2018, that was a serious bummer because I had already borrowed the money for that car. I was on a list for 7 months. I've talked, a lot of you guys know the story here, and I was the first one on the list. Everything signed, everything was good to go. And the day those allocations came out and everything was supposed to be 100% solidified, the owner basically came in and told me, you know what, screw you. I'm buying this for me and all of my family. Don't let the door hit you in the butt. You're not getting one. Don't care. And I didn't put my name in it anywhere else because for 7 months, they've been promising me I was going to get a demon and I was going to get sticker. And we had an agreement and all this sort of stuff. Got completely hooped on that. As you guys know, with my Z06 order back in the day, I gave up my C8 that had already come in, beautiful red and black car. Let somebody buy that at sticker because I thought, well, I need to get something new. So I waited for the Z06. And then, of course, my dealership had a policy change at the last minute. 50,000 donated to their charity to even be considered to buy a 2023 Z06. And of course, that priced me completely out of the market. It has been one thing after another, after another, after another. So my biggest thing was, what can I do for the channel this year to make my channel relevant, to make it fun again, to bring you guys new and unique content? You know, I know I do a lot of news stuff. I know I don't do that much content on my Mustang, and I would like to do more. And so I realized there are some holes in my content, and you guys have stuck with me. So thank you guys so much. And man, I'm so excited about what I went and did yesterday. So about 6 months ago, I had a lot of contact. I certainly had contact with Dodge about their 7th edition. I had contact with Chevrolet about their Z06 and their upcoming E-Ray. I had contact with Ford about their new Mustang GT. And what I decided to do yesterday was go visit my buddies over at a dealership called Carl Flammer Ford. And I ordered a 2024 Dark Horse Mustang. I was one of the first ones in the country to put my order in. Now, that being said, the order, I have a video coming out tomorrow, so I don't want to tell you what the spec is yet. The video is already done. It's here. It's ready to go. 4 o'clock tomorrow Eastern time, I will have a video out on the brand new Dark Horse that I just spec'd out. And now, with that being said, I am also working on something else in the background. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I've been working on this for a while. And so stick with me on this, because as I mentioned, those of you guys that watch me a lot, I've been telling you guys, hopefully we're not just doing one new car for the channel this year. So I need you guys to just trust me a little bit, stick with me. And yeah, I think that it should be, this year is going to be pretty epic. We're going to put it that way. It's going to be a good year for the channel. I really think you guys are going to have a good time with my channel this year based on some of the things I'm trying to do. And this is all stuff that the things that have come together from my work that I put in last year. So that's the truth of it. And so I'm putting in work right now for content that I'm going to bring you in 5 or 6 months. So that's just the way it goes with this, guys. And so in order to be one of the first to the party with some of the new stuff, you got to do your planning, you got to do your due diligence, you have to work every network that you can in order to make this stuff happen. So first of all, the dark horse guys, I'm getting my allocation at Sticker. I mean, I'm super excited about this. I'm not paying over MSRP for it. You guys will find out exactly how it's spec tomorrow when you join. Hopefully, when you join my channel and look at the video that I'm putting out tomorrow at 4 o'clock. But I am really excited about the Mustang Dark Horse, 500 horsepower. Right, that is 100 horsepower per liter. And this is a very unique car. The Mustang GT is going to be very cool, but the Dark Horse is a little bit next level. And wait till you guys see the spec that I have on this new Dark Horse. I think you guys are really going to like it. I hope you do. And as I mentioned, there's something else I'm working on in the background as well that I cannot tell you about right now. So anyway, let me grab these super chats really quick. I hope you guys are excited about this, as excited as I am. This is a car that I plan to do all sorts of fun and unique things with, right? I know a lot of you people are wondering, did I go for the 10 speed? Did I go for, that awesome 6-speed manual? What color did I go with? What else did I add to the car? Well, I can't tell you everything, right? So watch my video tomorrow at 4 o'clock on that. There's still a lot more for me to cover tonight, guys. But if you are if you're a Dodge fan, I'm literally putting it out there right now, guys, kind of. You got to stick with me. Just trust me. Okay. So anyway, we'll see. We'll see what you guys think about the way that the channel is heading. Now, what's going to happen with my current Mustang twin turbo? Obviously, with the new Dark Horse coming in, it doesn't make sense for me to have two Mustangs. So I'm just going to put that out there so you guys know. Real quick, I'm going to grab these other super chats. Let's see. Todd with the thumbs up. Thank you for the super chat, buddy. He says, good job. I love the support. Really good stuff. My man, James Photos, Swinger Edition there. I said it. James Photos is dropping the bomb saying I'm getting the Swinger Edition. Yeah, baby. I love it. Thank you for the super chat. And what is 3V? 3V with it says, congratulations. Thank you guys very, very much. My man, 3V. Project Giles. Thank you, buddy. I really appreciate that. Let me make sure I didn't miss anybody real quick before I move on to other things. Let's see here. Who else do we have? Oh, mods. Thank you guys so much for what you guys do. Every time I do these, I could not do this. I could not do this without you guys. So anyway, I really appreciate it. It looks like a couple people sort of flew off the hinges when I said Dark Horse. I don't know why that is. But like I said, if you guys are truly fans of the channel, you guys will stick with me and see maybe some of the other things I have going on, but I can't necessarily reveal to you yet. I did have a conversation earlier in the week with Direct Connection, and I can't give you a lot on it, but I put a proposal in with Direct Connection based on some feedback that they wanted me to give them. And we'll see. We'll see. So, guys, I can promise you, if you're a Dodge person, that we've got more to do. So, anyway, guys, stick with me on it, and I really, really look forward to bringing you guys this Dark Horse content as well. I'm going to be one of the very few folks that get a Dark Horse. Truth be told, they're going to make less Dark Horses this coming year than they are Demons. They're going to be very rare, at least for this first year. And I should be one of the very first orders filled on this. The owner of Flammer Ford, which is in Tarpon Springs, has been working for the better part of 6 months with the executives to help me get an early allocation of this car. This has been in the works now, guys, for a while. This isn't anything new. So anyway, it's new to you guys, but it's not necessarily new. I mean, it's something I've been working on for a long time. So, and then when you guys start to see some of the other stuff pop up, like I said, this is all stuff that's been in the pipe now for a while. And so, like I said, it's going to be fun this year. So let me grab some of your comments. I know some people are super excited, some people not so much. But I think when you guys see some of the cool content coming down over the, especially towards the end of the year, right? Because here's what's going to happen, I think. Oh, my man Roy, we're gonna have Roadkill Nights in August, right? And that's a big Dodge event. Hopefully, Dodge will have me back. I assume they will. I don't know if I'm going to be a competitor. You know, that's a motor trend decision. So I'm not really in with the motor trend guys as much. But that was a big thing for me and my channel when I went that last year in August. I really hope it's the same thing. And then, you know, in September timeframe is about when I'm guessing the dark horse is going to be available. And I may have some other things available on the channel as well. So I really feel like by the middle towards the end of the summer, things are going to really start get interesting. So we'll see what happens. Um, Roy says, I don't care what he says, I don't care what you get back. Says, I love all the car content you show. I will always stick with you. Roy, thank you so much, buddy. Roy's been with me a long time. As a lot of you guys have. A lot of you guys have been a supporter of my channel for quite some time. And as I mentioned to you before, I literally could not do this without you. One of my favorite parts is just talking to you guys. I'm still trying to get caught up on my Instagram messages, guys. I will admit that. I'm still trying to get back because a lot of times I'll go through and I'll answer, 15, 20, 30 folks. And then, but a lot of times you guys will respond and I can't always get back to you right away. But I'm doing my best to kind of stay caught up with that. So stick with me. I still do read a lot of your comments. Now, in the older videos, I can't always see it. But I mean, on my new videos, I check my comments regularly and I try to at least go through and heart them and sometimes respond as well. And like I said, I really appreciate the feedback that you guys give me. And that's why I like these live sessions because I can always bounce ideas off you guys, get your true pulse. The dog is really bugging me here, guys. It's a really valuable thing for me to be able to talk to you guys about it. So let me jump down. Thank you guys for the super chats as well. I really do appreciate it. I actually had a conversation with my good buddy OC Motivator on the phone. Geez, a couple of days ago, and me again. We talked about the demon and all the crazy markups and everything that's been happening on that front, and yeah, it's insane. So I did talk to my man OC. I don't know if he's on tonight or not. My man Roy, once again, thank you, buddy. Says you're the man. Really appreciate it. Let's see, Todd once again. He's got a little fox on there. That's super cool. Thank you, Todd, as well for the super chats. So both Roy and Todd, thank you guys. Man, I got to tell you, there's a lot of other things happening now. The E-Ray, a lot of people mention the E-Ray. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. So here's my thought on the E-Ray. I love it. I love the E-Ray. Truth be told, I think the E-Ray would be an absolutely fantastic car to own, and I would love to have one. You guys know I love the Corvette. I just do. I've always been a Corvette guy. Own several of them, but they've become almost prohibitively expensive. They have become prohibitively expensive, and I just don't think that I would get that much traction out of the E-Ray, and especially if I'm going to pay $120,000 for it. I just don't see the traction coming for the channel the same way that I would out of buying another Dodge or buying what I'm getting in the Dark Horse. Now, here's the thing in the Dark Horse, guys. The Dark Horse is the big thing coming up, and you have to see it because, as we know, Dodge V8s, they're going away. They're make no bones about it. It's happening. It is what it is. Now, Dodge may have some other cool stuff coming down. I really hope so. I'm trying to learn more and more about it. That's part of my proposal to Direct Connection. We just don't know. And, so when it comes to affordable American V8s moving into 2024, the Mustang GT and the Dark Horse, that car is going to be huge because, it's redesigned. They redesigned the interior of it. Yes, it's still the Coyote, but it's a revised Coyote. So once people start modding it, how capable will it really be? Because the current Coyote is already pretty nasty when you modify it, as you guys know. So there are a lot of Chevy folks. There's a lot of Mopar folks that are like, you know what? I might want to take a hard look at the Dark Horse or the Mustang GT because I just want an American V8 that's fun to drive. And not everybody, they're not happy about it, but at the same time, they're like, hey, maybe the Ford's growing on me a little bit. That's going to be a huge platform, guys. It would be a major miss on my part to not try to do that platform. That's the truth of it. So anyway, I'm going to continue to explore other things. Lots of irons in the fire, so to speak, guys. That's how you have to be this day and age if you want to continue to be relevant and move forward. So anyway, that's my thought on it, guys. I'm seeing so many comments. I realize, let's see here. Skid75, I don't blame you. X Dodger Stellantis is giving muscle car enthusiasts a middle finger. I'm looking at the Mustang myself. Well, so what Skids is saying right now is what a lot of people are telling me, and it's that they're a little upset with Dodge. They're upset because the pricing has gone so crazy, not just markup, just the MSRP. And the truth is you have the Mustang GT coming out at 486 horsepower for 2024 that you can go order right this very second from your local dealership for like $42,000. And I realize, oh, 42 grand still a lot. Yeah, it is. But when you talk about in the grand scheme of things, when you're looking at cars coming out from, I mean, I was on a lot the other day and a Scat Pack. This dealership had a Scat Pack on the lot for $76,000. Okay. So if you can go buy a brand new, redesigned 486 horsepower, much lighter Ford, and it's not that I don't love Dodge, but I think just a lot of people, you guys see where I'm going with it, right? A lot of people are kind of upset with Dodge right now. I mean, they're upset about the crazy markups they're seeing on the special editions, on obviously the Demon. Never seen markup like that on a Dodge. I mean, never. Yeah, I realized the initial Demon, there were markups. Yeah, I get it. I mean, they were, and some of them were stupid, but these are beyond stupid markups. I mean, even on the special edition cars, I mean, they're jailbreaks essentially with a little bit of stuff on them, but that's what they are. And the price that those were getting, $100,000. I mean, double the price of the car. And and then we got this car. I mean, yes, it's an epic car. It's a historic car, right? I mean, it's cool. But in terms of just the pricing, man, it's crazy. So yeah, a lot of people echo what Skids is saying right here about, look, I'm going to give it a look. And the truth is that I respect anything that's fun and fast, and I want to give it a try. But I also want to diversify my content this year, and I plan to bring you guys a lot of stuff on this car, and with any luck, a lot of stuff on maybe something else too. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. So still, guys, we might hit 500 likes. I only need another 12 people to hit the like button, and we'll hit 500 for tonight, and that would be amazing. That would be really, really cool. So I think I'm caught up on my super chats, guys. I try to get those first. Egyptian Wolf God in the house. He says, one of the reasons why I wouldn't want to get a Dodge is because I would have to worry about it getting stolen. So that's another thing. I'm glad that he said that. Because imagine, guys, for 1 second, we already know how bad the theft is on Mopars, right? I mean, it's just deplorable, the way that the Hellcats and the Scat Packs are being stolen. Imagine what the theft will be like if you are lucky enough to get a 7th edition car. Now, I realize most of those won't see the light of day, at least in my mind. As I mentioned before, they're going to be collector's pieces or whatever. But I mean, can you imagine if you got one, can you imagine what it would be like taking that car to Walmart? Can you imagine what it would be like taking it out to dinner? I mean, if it was me, I would be an absolutely nervous wreck, knowing I've got that 7th edition baddest muscle car, ever made, at least in my mind. Now there have been some awesome muscle cars. I'm not gonna lie. Some of the old school stuff, it's debatable, right? But you can't deny that this thing is going to be right up there. And when it comes to the thieves, if they see one of these, I mean, they're going to go to great lengths to try and make sure they relieve you of it. Trust me. And it's upsetting, but at the same time, that's a scary thought. So he brings up a really good point. I actually had that as one of my talking points. Is imagine what it would be like trying to keep one of those things safe. Man. So anyway, so let me see here. So Skids has been following for the last 3 years. Enjoy your content. Thank you very much, buddy. I appreciate that. Gustavo, need to install, let's see here, Rebelco or IGLA. I'm going to have to take a look at what that is. Gunner, let's see here. Take it to the drive-in. Yes, there are some drive-in theaters. That would be pretty cool. And I do know that drive-ins still exist, although they're becoming fewer and fewer. So definitely something to consider there. Let me see. Camaro LT1. I don't even take my 4th gen Camaro to Walmart. That's why I have a pickup truck. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those that you almost don't. It would almost be like you'd have to have like an armed guard or something. It's just there was no. The other thing, there was a rumor out there that the 7th edition car right after the show was stolen. I don't know where that came from, why it started. I was not able to validate that whatsoever. I'm pretty sure that was a hoax, guys. That's what I told everybody. So that was a weird thing, really weird thing. So anyway, I'm not sure what the heck happened there. Yeah, it was definitely never stolen, guys. It was just some rumor that somebody started, And it was kind of like when I called the seventh edition the Goblin. I was just taking a stab at it, guys. I never said that's exactly what it was going to be called. I just thought maybe that's, maybe there was a possibility, and that was my best guess. That was it. I mean, I knew basically, like I said, I knew what it was going to be 95% of the way. But nobody ever told me what the name of it was. But then there were all these publications, right? All these, all these different videos coming out and publications. Everybody started calling it the Goblin, and that's how kind of that's how it works, guys, in the rumor mill. But like I said, it was one of those things. I just did my idle best to guess what I thought it might be, and so anyway, the seventh edition didn't get stolen. I don't. It was a weird thing that even was talked about. So anyway, let's see here. What did we get, guys? Oh, 532 likes. Dude, we're doing awesome tonight. Thank you guys so much for being a part of my live tonight. I'm really excited. So real quick, I do want to talk about, where are we at? 45 minutes. So Mustang Dark Horse, spec'd it out. I didn't give you a lot on what I spec'd it because I want you guys to watch my video tomorrow on what I ordered. I hope you guys like the spec. Please comment on the video and tell me if you think I did a good job with the spec, or if you're like RacerX, you're on crack, like what's wrong with you. I really do think a lot of people will like it. So let's see here. Also, I wanted to talk about my good buddy Demonology, who was on my last live. He has an event coming up at the Texas Motorplex. If you're local to that, make sure you go pay him a visit on the 8th of April. So not this weekend, but next weekend. He did ask me to go. I just don't see it being in the cards, guys. That's Easter weekend. I would love to be, if I still live in Texas, guys, I would be there in a heartbeat, as you well know, but I just don't know if I'm going to make it. But hey, you know what? Go check out he's racing Donkmaster, apparently. Weston Champlin's going to be there and some other folks, and it should be a really good time. So check out Demonology's event on the 8th. We Are Mopar, guys. Like I said, that happened last weekend. I'm sorry I couldn't make that. I would love to have been there with you guys. A lot of you guys were there. It just wasn't in the cards, guys. Like I said, being in Tampa, it's a long way to go for that event. And, it's one of those things that if I'm fitting the bill for it, guys, it gets pretty expensive flying all over the country all the time. Plus, if it's during my daughter's spring break, guys, you got to have priorities. And you guys know that. I'm sure you understand. So, a couple of things real quick. Dodge's 2023 Demon. Will make the 2018 Demon look slow? That's one of my videos that I put out. A lot of teaser stuff on this before it actually came out. Now, another one I put out is Stellantis killing Dodge. If you haven't seen that video, go watch it, because I make a bit of an argument for the fact that Stellantis has kind of completely neutered Dodge moving into 2024. If you want to see what I'm talking about, go check out that video. It got some traction, but it is kind of interesting to ponder where Dodge is going to stand in terms of moving into the future, being a muscle car brand, having a European parent company that's basically very progressive when it comes to going smaller, more economical. It's like the anti-Dodge. It didn't make sense to me. The whole thing doesn't make sense to me. Why Stellantis? I realized Stellantis maybe wanted to diversify their portfolio with companies like Ram, right? Because they just didn't have any market share for that, especially in the American market. But it just felt like Dodge kind of got caught in the middle, and they're kind of being neutered to a degree. And I hope that Dodge comes out of this and they give us some neat new things going into 2024. I'm crossing my fingers. I have a couple of hunches. We'll just have to wait and see. Now, 2023 Demon 170, world's fastest production car. At least that's what they claim. We will see once people get a hold of these what they really run, and if that is a legitimate title. I mean, I know it was certified by NHRA, guys. I'm kind of in the mindset, it's like my Hellcat, right? The car went out and I ran like a 944. Am I going to run around telling people it's a 944 car? No. Because it wasn't consistently it was in good DA. I mean, all the perfect conditions. So I don't really think it's fair to say, oh, well, I got a 940 car all day. The car was a 960 car all day. It was fast, super fast. But I think I would be a little bit unfair for me to say, oh, my car runs 940 because it ran it, a few times in super low DA. It's a little, it just depends on what side of the fence you stand on. I really pray. I hope somebody goes out and just runs like a 9.1 in the thing. Put me behind the wheel of it. I'll find out. I'll check it out. I would love to. So I put that bug in Dodge's ear already, guys. Wow, 555 likes. That is a cool number, man. That is huge. Thank you guys so much for that. once again, mods, thank you for doing what you guys do as well. I'm sitting here watching all this stuff come through. So, real quick, another couple things. Did Dodge screw themselves again? And that's kind of what led me into this next point, right? What I was just talking about by saying this is an 890 car. I got a little bit of hate when I was talking about what's realistic for this. They were like, well, it did it. So, da, da, da. Guys, I mean, I'm literally just trying to be realistic. That's all I was doing in terms of like, will the average person be able to go out and be anywhere near an 890? You guys realize, I mean, for you drag racers out there, a lot of you guys do. 890 is insanely fast. And then when you talk about it being a production car with a warranty, I mean, that's nuts. That's nuts to think about. It really is. And a lot of people thought like the Tesla Roadster was going to come out, and we just haven't seen that Joker. I was expecting it a while ago, and we still haven't seen it. And we've got, geez, I mean, the 2024s are already starting. I mean, people are ordering them, as we know. And so, where are we with Dodge in terms of like, what are they going to give us? I'm ready to see some new things from Dodge besides the Banshee, besides the Hornet. And then, of course, the Durango is still out there in limbo. And that brings me to my next point. I just put a video out, was it yesterday? Yesterday, about the Durango RT with the Hemi Orange package, which I really like. Not everybody likes the Hemi Orange. I like it. But still, the Durango RT is still one of the best mid-size SUVs out there. I mean, it literally checks all the boxes. It's not a race car, but it still gets out of its own way quite nice. It sounds good. I mean, there's a lot of great things you could say about the Durango RT. And I just really like that Hemi Orange because it just sets it apart. That's for me. I'm starting to really dig the orange pops on cars sometimes, guys. So that's where I'm at. I did see another super chat come through. My man Todd jumping in, Todd Nilsson. Thank you for that super chat. And I really do like the little like the fox thing in there. That's pretty cool. You guys have been very generous tonight. Thank you guys for all of the super chats. It really does help the channel. So thank you guys so much for that. Let me grab a couple of more comments, and then I want to talk about some upcoming content that I have for you guys planned. So, still almost 400 people on, guys. Heck, we may even get to 600 likes tonight if we're close. Faithful Servant Twin Turbo Hurricane is coming out. Yes, well, that was kind of my thought. And you guys know I've put out videos about the Twin Turbo Hurricane. We already know what's going in the Jeep, but we don't necessarily have a platform for it. I know my buddy RT Life, he mentioned that he thought maybe it was going to go into the body of the Charger, the new Charger EV. I cannot see how that would make sense. I cannot see how that could make sense because obviously we know EVs, they're put together. I mean, the entire car is different, right? I mean, the entire design of the car vastly different when you have an engine that you either have to put in the front or the rear. The entire, there's no exhaust or anything on an EV. So, I mean, just the entire way that car is designed is all around being an EV. So it would be really difficult for me to imagine them sticking in a Hurricane in that body. Will it come out as a sedan? I mean, we're really guessing here, guys. I mean, like I said, we've already got a lot of companies letting us order 2024 models or pre-order 2024 models, and yet Dodge hasn't even shown us really anything besides the Charger and the Hornet. And we haven't even seen really the RT out there. You can't see the RT on Dodge's website. I mean, I really feel like Dodge is keeping us in the dark on a lot of things. Now, I've heard a couple of rumblings from the folks at Dodge about maybe some things coming down, but nothing I can validate at this point. So I do feel like, yes, that's the most logical thing is the Hurricane Inline 6, as I've mentioned to you guys. And that is a very, very capable engine, guys. I mean, just trust me on this. That thing, from everything I've been told, everything I've seen, it's going to be a monster of an engine. Very light, very modern, but we got to put it in something, right? And that's where I'm wondering, where are we with that? So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Let me see here. Roy says, RacerX, let's see. When you get your dark horse, would you race me in my Scat Pack? I will come down there and visit. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'll race whatever. You guys know me. I'm always down to race. So we'll make that happen for sure. So keep me posted on that. So, and of course, you guys will know when I get the car. You guys will obviously, I'll keep in the loop on things. So we'll see how that goes. Who else? Let's see here. Let's get 600 likes, says Todd Snake. Yes, my man Todd Snake in tonight as well. So real quick, I do want to give you a couple of things. Let's see here. Let me see what Joe K said. I haven't seen his comment. Okay, what do you think is better value, a new or a nearly new Scat Pack wide body or a used Hellcat? When we talk about value, it's kind of hard to say, right? Both in the 50 to 60. I mean, it depends on what you want to do with the car. This is always my answer when it comes to the Scat Pack versus the Hellcat debate. If you're just driving it on the street, I think you really will like the Scat Pack. The Scat Pack on the street is amazing. A lot of you guys own Scat Packs. You guys know I've talked about it at length. The punch of that 392 is amazing. If you want to do mods to the car, I wouldn't recommend a Scat Pack necessarily. You guys know Scat Packs are pretty expensive to mod. You don't get a ton of horsepower compared to like a Camaro SS or a Mustang GT. Mod for mod. It just doesn't work that way with the 392. They don't like boost that much versus the Hellcat, which is made for boost, and they're great to mod. Matter of fact, you can pulley and put some fuel on a Hellcat, and you pick up all sorts of power. So if you want to make big power and maybe track type power, then the Hellcat is really kind of the way to go. But if you're wanting just something fun to drive on the street that sounds good, that looks good, and you don't really do any track racing. Not to say you can't track race a Scat Pack; they're still fun, but it just depends on what your goals are. So there's no right or wrong to it. It's just a lot of ways you can go with this, completely subjective. So good question. Also, my man Gary Fuller jumping in. Thank you, buddy, for that super chat. Fantastic. He said, I knew he ordered a dark horse. Gary did predict, I think in the comments as well, that it was a dark horse. So, Gary, I'm going to give that one to you. You did predict correctly, and I did see your comment prior to me even telling everybody. So, and there were several other people that got it right. A lot of people kind of figured it out beforehand, but a lot of people, not so much. So, anyway, guys. Let's see. JB's Garage. Let's see. You going to Herman's event this year? You know what? He invited me to go. He wanted to see me at his event. And guys, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it, unfortunately. That's coming up in a week. It's Easter weekend. It's too hard for me to go from Tampa to all the way to Texas for that 1 day event. Especially if I got to fit the bill and I've got all the other things going on. It's just a tough thing. So I would love to go, guys. I wish I could, but I don't believe I'm going to be able to make it this year. So hopefully, if you're going to go, you have a really good time. Definitely get out there and check out all the influencers and give Demonology a hard time for me. I appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat. What does Billy say? I have one question before I ask my. He said, I want to have one question before I ask my questions. I'd like to say I'm blessed. Let's see. Over what I deserve. Let's see. How do everyday workers get this kind of money? Okay, so it's interesting. He brings up an interesting point because this is something a lot of people wonder, right? It's like, how do people, when the average wage is going up relatively slowly, right, 5% a year, and yet you have car prices rising by like 20% a year in some instances, or more, way more in a lot of instances. How do people do it? And really, the truth is, a couple of things. Some people are finding supplemental income. That's the truth of it. And you have to almost this day and age just get supplemental income. And another thing that people do is they just overspend on their cars. And I'm no exception to this, guys. I want the coolest thing. I want something cool. I want to show you guys neat content. But I have a YouTube channel to kind of help me cover the cost of the cars and all that kind of stuff. And so I have that. But that's the reality of it is gone are the days where you're supposed to spend, what is it, 10% of your annual salary on a car. That is not, I mean, that's not even close to being realistic for 98% of people out there. That's the truth of it. So really good question. Something a lot of people wonder about is, hey, like, how are people affording these things? And a lot of times people do overspend, and they reach really hard to get what they want. We're all car people on here. I mean, everybody's watching this because they love cars. I mean, we're enthusiasts. And so we're probably the guiltiest of any of trying to kind of reach out and get things that are expensive, maybe when we're stretching a little bit too much, but we love them. And we buy these cars not because they're the most practical thing in the world, but we buy them because they make us happy. And there's something to be said for that. And so maybe it's worth the stretch. A lot of people, their thing is going golfing, or maybe your thing is to take extravagant trips. For a lot of us on this channel, we like cars, and that's where we spend our money. And so it's not necessarily that there's anything wrong with that, but that's the reality of it. And sometimes it takes a lot of saving. I mean, a lot of you guys tell me, hey, RacerX, I saved for 5 years to get my dream car. And really pisses people off when they save 5 years to get their dream car and they're still priced out of the market by dealerships that refuse to sell cars for what they're supposed to be sold for. Ugh, don't get me started on that. So anyway, guys, that's where we're at with that. But really good question. What's Russell say? Russell's out of here. Russell, thank you again for your generosity and of course for being a supporter, buddy. I really appreciate it. Let me grab a couple more, and I want to tell you, where are we at? We're at right at an hour. Awesome. So really quick, let me see who else we've got here. Oh man, guys, I'm so sorry if I didn't get to your comment tonight. Like I said, I try to get to as many as I can. I know I missed a lot. I usually do go back through. My man Aaron X has a secret OnlyFans. So we were talking about supplemental income. Aaron, I think, always wants me to somehow have an OnlyFans, which would be a disaster. Anyway, guys, yeah, not a thing. So don't worry. Um, Thank you for the super chat, buddy, as always. Let's see here. Okay, real quick, a couple of things I'm going to be coming with you guys to new content, right? So the Demon 170, we're going to talk a little bit about why it might be underrated. Okay, I don't want to say any more about it. I've made a couple of sort of comments earlier today about some of the things I might talk about with it, but that's a video that I want to try and get out in the next few days for you guys. Also, some of the worst Mopars that have ever been made. What is your thought on some of the worst Mopars that you guys have ever seen? What are the worst ones that Dodge has made? And I saw a couple of chats coming, guys. I'll grab them here 1 second. But I would love to know, what do you guys think? So I'm going to make a video um, with one particular car that I think is right up there about what the worst cars that Mopar has ever made. And I know a lot of you guys have your opinions on this. It'll be a fun one. That's a video that I want to do for you guys. Also, I want to do kind of a little bit of a debate type video, the Hellcat versus the Predator engine, right? So the GT500 engine versus the Hellcat Red Eye engine. Which engine is really better and why? I'm going to cover the merits of both and let you guys decide what engine is really the better engine when you take all of the factors and sort of mix them in there and you look at it objectively. So that'll be a neat little video. It's what I've been meaning to do for a while. I've got like 3 pages of notes on it. And it's subjective, but I think if you get the right criteria, you can give it a fair comparison. So that's what I've been meaning to do for you guys for a while. The Mopar anti-theft. You guys have sent me I think it's my buddy, not you. He sent me, or definitely not you. I think it's his new screen name. But anyway, he sent me a thing about what you can put in your Charger, Challenger, all that good stuff to help keep people from actually copying the signal, like those repeater boxes and stuff like that. But yeah, I know you've got the little pouches and stuff like that, but this thing's next level, and it might be an option for a lot of people out there that want to continue to keep their Mopar safe because, like we talked about, it's thieves really want these. It's ridiculous. And then, of course, I've also got another video that I want to film on a boosted F-150. My man Webb, he's I got to get back to him on Instagram. But anyway, he's had his boosted F-150 done for a while. Super clean build. And I want to get back to doing more subscriber cars with you guys. So as I mentioned before, and I've talked about it on some of my videos, if you have a really neat build and you want to be featured on the channel, you're anywhere near, Central Florida or in the Tampa area, whatever, you're willing to drive down, and like I said, you think your build is unique and cool and it would be good for the channel, just drop me a line on Instagram, right? And I'll take a look at it and, we'll talk about it. So I really do like the thought of maybe doing more subscriber cars on the channel because I really enjoyed the last one that I did with the Scat Pack. Clutch 392. You guys saw him on my channel, and really nice guy, really cool car. He's got a really neat jailbreak as well, so he's definitely a Mopar guy. But anyway, that's just something I wanted to mention as well. So just a little bit of upcoming content I'll have for you guys. And really quick, let me jump in here and grab those last couple super chats that came in. Who else did we get here? Let's see. There's Aaron. So Todd, he says RacerX. Just like Roy said, when you get your Mustang Dark Horse, let's set up a date to meet. I'll drive down and visit. It would be fun to race with your new beauty against my new beauty, the car, against my Jaguar F-Type R. That is actually pretty cool. The R is the supercharged one. That would be a fun little race. I'm not going to lie. And that is a neat little car. That car doesn't really get talked about much at all. Kind of a niche car, but that would be a fun race. I'm completely on board with that. So that would be really cool. So keep me posted. Like I said, I don't know when this car is going to come in, guys. My guess is it's probably going to be September timeframe. So we're still a ways out, but I just wanted to let you guys know what was going on. And of course, Roy, let's see here. We buy them because we can't take them to heaven. That's exactly right. He's talking about, obviously, we're all car enthusiasts here. So 100% agree with you, Roy. Thank you guys for the super chats once again. You guys have been super generous again tonight. So thank you guys very much for that. Let's see here. I like this thumb gas. He's super late. Sorry, what'd you order? Dang, missed it. So thumb gas, just to kind of revisit it, I ordered a 2024 Mustang Dark Horse, and I'm really excited about it. I got my car at sticker, which very, very few people are going to do. But then again, I've been working on this now for the better part of, geez, 5, 6 months. And the guys at Flammer Ford have been super helpful. The owner there, I mean, all good guys to work with. So watch my video tomorrow at 4 o'clock Eastern. I will show you guys exactly how I spec'd it out. So hopefully you guys can, and let me know. Like I said, I want to know what you guys think about the spec that I picked. I think I'm stoked about it. I think it's going to be awesome. You can go on Ford's website right now and spec out your own Mustang GT. You can spec out your Dark Horse exactly the way you want it. So I would recommend that you guys just go play with it. I love doing that. I love jumping on the websites and just playing with different colors and specking it out. You better believe, did I go on Dodge's website and spec out a Demon? Yeah. That doesn't say mean anything, but I spec'd it out and it was really cool looking what I put together. So anyway, there's that. So real quick, wow, I just saw another super chat come in. Who did that come in from? My man Juan Ramirez. He says, thanks for what you do. Dark Horse sounds exciting. Well, Juan, thank you for the super chat. And of course, thank you for your support as well. Really do appreciate you guys tonight. You guys have been fantastic. So how many? 632 likes tonight, guys. Man, we had an epic little live tonight. And it just kind of tells me that you guys are still really plugged in, with my channel. And man, I just really, really appreciate you guys sticking with me through this YouTube journey. I can't wait to bring you not only the Dark Horse content, but as I mentioned, I have a lot of other things just happening in the background, a lot of irons in the fire, so to speak. Maybe some things will happen, maybe some things won't, but I'm feeling pretty good about it moving into the later part of the year. So we're just going to keep cranking along, and I think good things will happen. So yes, guys, please continue to stick with me. I think it's going to be pretty cool. So let me see here. C Mac Fit. I'm happy for you, RacerX. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Prophetic Days, Cobra Jet can defeat a Demon, well, of course, but a Cobra Jet, once again, not a production car. Doesn't have a VIN. It's not street legal. A Demon, on the other hand, street legal, and there's something to be said for that. So anyway, there's that. Let's see, Mopar team, but there's also a Demon and a Demon 170. Very true. Obviously, Demon in in 18, and then of course 2023, the Demon 170. Let's see, who else? I'm reading a couple more comments, guys, and I got to jump off. Let's see, FGJ. What do you think about the Dark Horse over-the-air updates, and how will it affect tuning? That's a really good question. I don't know. I don't know how those live updates are going to work with that car. And will it affect tuning? Probably. But this is one of the most anticipated cars out there. It's one of the most anticipated cars in a really long time. They're going to get it figured out. HP tuners and Diablo and all. I mean, they're going to get in there. They're going to get the tuning figured out on it, and then we're going to start seeing all the crazy mods come out for it. And that's when things really get fun. Is once they get the tuning solved on it, then you're going to start to see the really neat mods start to come, and we're going to start to see a lot more dyno stuff with the headers and the the boosted applications and all that kind of stuff, without having to do all the crazy piggybacking and all the kind of stuff they had to do on the C8 to get that thing to work. It may take a little bit of time, and that's the truth of it. But I'm looking forward to taking the Dark Horse and just seeing what it will do bone stock. Now, how fast can I get that thing to go? Well, like I said, a lot of it depends on the transmission that I picked. It could be a limiting factor. The time. There's a lot of factors involved with it, but I'm looking forward to bringing it all to you guys. As I mentioned, I don't want to give you guys the specs because my video tells you all about it tomorrow. So there's that. Reverse Maxus. That is a different one. He says late 70s Dodge, Aspen Plymouth, Volare with rusted front fenders 2 year replaced under warranty with mismatched paint. Well, that's one way to do it. Super Lunatic One, have a good night. Love the vids you do. Thank you very much, buddy. So, yeah, we are basically at 70 minutes, guys. So, let me look at this really quick. Man, we had a whole bunch of super chats tonight, guys. Thank you so much. We had 646, almost 650 thumbs up tonight, guys. That's a record. Sovereign Knight. Is that a record, buddy? I think it is. It's got to be. Maybe it didn't trump when I was in when I was in Michigan at the Dodge event because I had like 8,000 people on at that time. But in terms of just one of my normal lives, that has to be a record, guys. Man, that's fantastic. Thank you guys so much for that. And we still have almost 300 people on. So man, what a live tonight, guys. So anyway, let me just kind of revisit this really quick. The Demon 170. What an amazing car. I still have more content to put out on the car. The crazy markups, everything that's happening right now. Demon owners are pissed. It's a really wild scene when you talk about the Demon, but it is a very impressive car. What did I order? 2024 Mustang Dark Horse. That's what I ordered. Oh, and that car is going to be super cool. It will be very rare this first year. I'll be one of the very few people that get one in this first year, especially when it comes to influencers. There'll be less of these, as I mentioned, guys. There'll be less of these made this first year than the Dodge Demon. The dealership I'm working with, I think, had 3 allocations. So I feel very blessed not only to get an allocation, but to get a sticker allocation, and it just made sense for the channel. So that's where we're at with it, guys. And as I mentioned before, if you're a Dodge person, stick with me. That's all I can tell you. I can't tell you any more than that. I've got a lot of things working in the background, and you guys will just have to wait and see what happens. They say good things come to those who wait. So I guess we'll just have to we'll just keep waiting and see what happens. So anyway, guys, what color did I order? Well, I can't tell you. The reason why is I have a video, guys. So tomorrow, 4 o'clock Eastern time. So I'm on the East Coast, 4 o'clock my time. So 3 o'clock for you guys in Dallas. Watch my video on my spec that I picked. I want to know if you guys like it. Do you think I did it right? I can still change it right now because they haven't pulled the order as far as I know, I think, but I don't have long to change it. But I'm really happy with what I picked, guys. But I still want to hear your comments on it. It should be cool. So anyway, guys, that is, once again, moderators. I do want to acknowledge you one more time. Thank you for everything that you do. You guys know who you are. I've got some fantastic supporters and moderators on my channel. You guys keep my channel clean, and you guys go through my comments a lot of times and will eliminate all the bad minutia and you guys, thank you so much. I really do appreciate you guys. Now, I want to leave you guys with one little thought here because as always, that like I've seen some crazy things in the news lately. Obviously being a father, I've sine some things that just hurt my heart. And I just want to encourage you guys once again, we're all a big car community. We're all part of the big RacerX family. Like I said, I really appreciate you guys. At least I consider all you guys part of my extended family. And I would encourage you guys just to take each day as it comes. It's a gift, and remember what's important, right? Remember, family is extremely important each day. You just got to take it day by day and realize that nothing is given. And so hold your families tight. And I really appreciate you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off for the night. I can't wait to bring you guys the new Dark Horse here maybe in the next 3-4 months. And I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you again, Aaron, first mod for the Dark Horse. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. And I'll catch you on the next one. So until then, RacerX.